So I'm doing this video as an update to a video that I did back on March 11th. Putting the Linkswell stereo in the Dodge Ram pickup truck. Now, we got it installed. If you guys saw that video, it was working great. Everything was, it was awesome. It made me want one, but I can't have one because it conflicts with, it wouldn't work with the auto sync, and that's a whole different story. Anyway, he got this thing. He had it for 2 days. It popped up. It needed do an update, so he connected it to Wi-Fi. Did the update. Nothing worked right after that. So he called Linkswell. Linkswell walked him through some steps trying to troubleshoot it, and they didn't come up with anything and said that it needed to be sent back to them. So he pulled it out and sent it back to them, and they put it on the bench and tested it and said that it was in fact a bad unit. So it was something defective in it. So they were going to send him another one out, and they shipped it out, and it was for a Ford, so it wouldn't line up with his dash. So he sent it back, and they said they would send it. They didn't have another one made up for a Dodge, but as soon as they got one made up that was for his truck, that he would get the first one. And that's been about a week ago. They said he should have it in 2 weeks. Overall, today is July the 11th. We installed this thing on May the 11th. It's been 2 months. I think he's handling a lot better than I would if I'd spent that kind of money on a stereo. That it's basically a tablet that fits in your dash. The thing was awesome the night we installed it and we're playing around with it. But even still, what good is it? No matter how awesome it is, what good is it if it only works a couple of days? Now, me and him both researched on those things a lot before he spent that kind of money on one. We didn't find really any bad reviews. And this is not meant to be a bad review. This is just saying that something happened. You can get a bad product, buy a good product and get a bad one every now and again. And if with a chip shortage, if they're having a hard time getting chips to make another one, if that is the case, no one's told me that's the case. I'm just wondering if that's not the issue. Either way, I'd be fit to be tied to have that kind of money tied up in something that I ain't get to use for 2 months. And I know he's not happy about it, but it is what it is. My personal opinion, if you're looking at one of these things and you're interested, I would probably subscribe and watch for my next video, or just come back and look for my next video, because as soon as he gets this thing back and he's used it for a month, I feel like that's a good timeline to have it in and see what he's going to think about it. I will make another video going over the pros and cons after a month of use on the Linkswell. For me to buy one, if I had a vehicle I wanted to Linkswell in, right now it's just scary, and to buy something like that and think that you might have the trouble he's had out of it, and still don't know what's coming when he gets the new one in the box. It could be great. We're hoping it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. It could be another one that's, anything can happen. So I'm going to leave a link to this video in the description of the installation video, and then whenever I make the next video, the review after he's had it in the truck for a month, I'll leave the link in the description of that video and this video. I wish there was a way I could go back and edit the other video to add this into it, but there's not, so I'm probably going to change the thumbnail, suggesting that anybody who watches that video watch this video too. And then whenever I get the other update, I'll probably change the thumbnail on this video, suggesting you watch that video to see how it actually all turned out in the end. But anyway, if I do a review, if I find something that's useful, that makes my life easier, or a gadget that I like, or whatever, something that I find neat, and this seems like it's going to work good for me, I'm going to do a review on it. And if I do the review, if I do a review of it whenever I initially get it and start using it, if it's life-changing, if it's great, I'm going to come back and make a video and tell about how great it is. If it's horrible, I'm going to come back and tell you how horrible it is and what a waste of money it was. I'm going to try to be as honest as I can, because that's what I want from the other YouTubers when they You know, anyone who makes a video about a product, I want them to be honest about it. So that's what I'm trying to do in this video here. Just let you guys know that it wasn't just a ideal experience with the Linkswell so far. You know, I hope they get him straightened out, and I hope the next video talks about how it's the greatest thing ever put in a truck. That's what I'm hoping for, and if it works as good as it did that night out of the box, it'll be a pretty good one. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye out for that next video, and hope I see you again soon.